Hello there. First things first, Povetkin's promoter, I heard earlier today, has said that the WBA have announced that Povetkin is now AJ's mandatory. Fair enough, yes. That was mentioned before his fight with David Price and before the Blocker fight. Now we heard that it was a fight off, and this is how it was a once in a lifetime chance for David Price had he have managed to shock them, which he came very close to. Had his bomb have landed a minute or so earlier, and had Povetkin missed the bloody ropes, but never mind. Yeah, this mandatory. No doubt Wilder and his bunch of hoodlums and God knows whoever else, his fanboys, and probably the, I hesitate to say, guy I've been talking to, because he is, well, I'll get onto him in a minute, and his theories, they beggar belief. No doubt, yeah, Wilder and his people will say, oh well, Eddie Hearn's done this, Eddie Hearn controls the WBA, Eddie Hearn controls the IBF, Eddie Hearn controls the WBO. Yeah. Of course he does. Eddie Hearn can make anything he wants happen, can't he? Yeah. Eddie Hearn decides when it's going to snow and when there's going to be sunshine and everything. I think a bunch of idiots think. It's laughable. It's laughable. You know, if Wilder was doing his job properly, he would be facing his mandatories. I mean, in itself, he should be facing Dillian Whyte next. He is his mandatory. He should be facing Dillian Whyte next, in my opinion. Alright, he's not mandatory officially, but he's the #1 contender. In my eyes, that's mandatory. You go lower. He's fought his way to #1, therefore he deserves a shot. He deserves a shot. That's always been my take on it anyway. Be it Dillian Whyte, be it Lucas Brown, be it James Brown. You know, yeah. So we'll just wait for all this to come out in the wash. Wait and see what Mr. Wilder and Mr. Finkel and whoever else on that side of the Atlantic, what they decide to cook up, on what spin they put on it. As regards the fight itself, I don't really see Povetkin giving Joshua too much trouble. Not too much trouble, I think. If David Price can wobble him to pieces with a left hook, I certainly think AJ can. Will, excuse me, I'm yawning because I don't think I've stopped driving in about 2 weeks, but there we go. As regards this character, I keep having this debate, an ongoing debate with I touched on him yesterday. What he's come out with today absolutely beggars belief. I cannot believe there are people out there who think like this. I think I touched on his theory of Vlad was paid off to lose the fight v Joshua, and that he said Vlad didn't throw a punch for 3 rounds once he hurt Joshua. Don't know what fight he watched, but he clearly didn't watch the same fight as most of the rest of the world. All I seen was Vlad trying to knock AJ out, and AJ, yeah, just about managing to survive. Fair enough, whatever. This guy's gone on to say today now that he thinks Vlad done this because he could earn more money that way. Not sure how that one works, because if he wins the title, he's got the financial power, in my opinion, and everything's in his corner. So how does that one work? And he's going, oh, well, you don't know what they paid him off. Well, like I say, I believe he got 7 to 8 million. They ain't going to have paid him 100 million, are they, to lose the fight? There's no way Eddie Hearn's going to pay him 100 million pounds to lose the fight. Simply because you can't. It's not that he could not generate that money. Not and pay Anthony Joshua 15 million as well. It's just tosh talk. Or 30 million or 40 million or whatever this character thinks Vlad was paid. Now on the flip side of that is, just before that, he's also said he thinks he lost the fight so he could come back and be a 4-time champion. So I point out, well, had he have won the fight that night, which he had in his hands to win when he had AJ hurt, he would have indeed been a 4-time champion that night. So why would he step off the gas? He had the 4-time champion in his hands, if you like. The championship there for the winning, and that's why he was trying to win it. I mean, I don't know who this guy is or who his allegiances are to properly, because he doesn't seem to give very much away, other than he could simply be a 5-minute boxing wonder, just picks arguments with everyone, you know. But his theories really are beggar belief. I mean, it's just, in one breath he says Vlad's doing it for money, in another, oh no, because he wanted to lose so he could come back. And each time I put a sensible solution to him, he just goes off and finds something even more ridiculous. So. Right guys, I'm going to wrap that up for there and try and get my sanity back after talking to him. If anyone watches it and wants to like it, subscribe, whatever, please feel more than welcome. I love a good boxing debate. Take care all.